Hi everyone, I'm Kim Cash and I'm coming to you from Portland, Oregon. And what I'm doing is working on some fall projects or Halloween projects. I love to decorate, and so, but I don't like to spend a lot of money. I don't know about you, but I just, when I go out to the store and I see some cute little thing and it's 50 bucks, I'm thinking, oh, I could make that. I mean, I'll just make it. And so I come home and I usually try. So today what I'm going to try to do is make a little ghost pillow. And what I did is I drew a little sketch of kind of, just on a scrap piece of paper on the back. I have some typing, but I just drew a sketch of what I'm going to try to do. I'm trying to see if you guys can see that. It's just a little ghost, but I want to make it bigger, I think, than this. And so I have some scrap felt, because I'm cheap, I save everything, so I use this for something, and so I saved this one piece. So I'm going to just try to draw a ghost on here, and because this part over here is a little shorter, I'll just make his little arm come up that way and his head over this way. So if you guys are interested in crafting or Halloween or DIY, making, then just keep watching and you'll see how I do it. I am going to, one of the things, I'm not a great seamstress, but I do like to craft. And so I do know that you need a 5/8 seam allowance to go around, and then when you turn it inside out, you don't want to, my point is, if you want it exactly this big, then you don't want to cut it exactly this big because you're going to have to sew around the edges. So you need 5/8 or around 1/2 inch extra for where you're going to make your seam. So you're going to make your seam right here, and then you're going to, turn your, well, you'll see. You can just watch me. I'm trying to explain it, and I'm not a great seamstress, and I'm not a teacher. But if you're interested, just keep watching. Okay, so now I've got my little ghost cut out, and now I need his eyes and his mouth. So I'm going to use this votive as a template to get the round size for his eyes. I think it looks just about right. So you could use cardboard or anything that you wanted, a piece of paper as a template, then just lay it down on your felt and cut it out and see how it looks. Okay, so now I've sewn on the mouth and the eyes, and now I'm going to turn it inside out so that the seams will be on the inside. So what I'll do, see if you can see this, just laying it down, and now I'm going to fold the eyes and the mouth on the inside. And when I did the eyes and the mouth, I had flipped it, to the other side after. I didn't want the pencil etching to show, see right here. So I had put that on the other side from where I did the mouth and the eyes, and now I'm going to put that on the outside as I sew around. And then we'll need to leave a little opening so that I can stuff it with some fiber fill, which I have sitting right here. I'll show you. My little strings that I cut off. And I'll probably pin it a little bit just so I don't get way off. because like I said, I'm not a great seamstress, but here's the polyfill. It's just polyester fiber fill for toys, and sometimes I make little stuffed animals for friends that are going to have a baby, and I made some little baby blankets, so I keep some on hand. That's why I have it just sitting around. Anyway, I'm just going to pin this a little bit, because as I'm sewing I could shift it and then it could be all off. There's a lot of people that can just do it without pinning, but I got to put in a few. And they have these new really cool like clips that you can, I would like to get some of those clips rather than the pins, because the pins, you know, I'm always poking myself. Clips seem like they'd be so much easier to work with. I've just seen some. I watched some other people, other crafters, and cross-stitching and knitting people, and I've seen on their channels where they use these like binder clips, like, but they're little, and so I'd like to look for some of those. I just haven't yet. Looks like I need a few more pins. Okay, so now I've got the little ghost sewn, and I've just got to flip him inside out through this little opening I left, which I will hand sew, or maybe I'll just sew it. It depends. I try to leave enough room for my hand to get in there to pull him through, and I always use little bamboo skewers to stuff the batting or the polyfill in there. But let's see if I can get this little bump on his head. It's just my finger. And then before I flip it, I think I'll try to get these little guys. I'm going to get my bamboo skewer that I use for a lot of different things. Get my hand in there. And then try to I think I'll use the dull end. Oh, I got his eye. That's not so good. Cut his eye in there. I was sewing him, my little ghost, and I cut his eye in the seam, which was stupid. Which I might seam rip right there and just redo that little section. When you're making a pattern, you learn some things, because you know I haven't done this before, made this little guy before. I would have made his arms fatter and shorter, and I would have made his head more round and his little wisp shorter and fatter. But you only learn that when you do it, because you know you've never done it. So, and it's just making your own stuff. So, but for a little Halloween pillow, I think it's going to be fine. I could make another one. Okay, so now I'm just going to seam stitch. Okay, so now I'm just going to sew up the seam here where I stuffed him. And if I had him to do over again, I would have made his arm shorter and fatter, and his head bigger, and his little wisp shorter and fatter, like right to here. So maybe I'll make another one, and I'll, you know, make these shorter and fatter, and this one shorter and fatter. But let me finish it, and then I'll show you. Okay, so there's my little Halloween ghost that I made just from some scraps that I had around the house. And I may make another one, like I said, just to adjust the pattern a little bit. But I think for a little ghost, let's see, this light is making that bad. I think you can see him better. So he's just a little pillow that I'm going to throw on a chair for Halloween, just to be a decoration. And I might make another little brother and just have his arms shorter and fatter. I think that would look better. And this little shorter and fatter. But you know, when you're just sketching something out, you don't know how it's going to look until you've made it. And so you can always adjust your pattern. And you could make a round mouth, or, you know, smaller eyes, or you wouldn't have to have the little bump on his head. But anyway, that's what he looks like. And I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more crafting, and I'll be doing some baking later as we get closer to Halloween, then please subscribe to my channel. You just click on the little notification bell so that you know when I do another upload of a video. And I will be doing more videos, because I have a lot of things in the works. And this is kind of a clue of what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I have something planned that I think is going to be fun. And so this little ghost is kind of a clue to what I'll be doing. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of your day and your weekend. Bye!